Nothing look like my let me see how this work. Going live just for a few moments. I really like my camera angle. I'll keep it that way. Let me see. Okay. All right. So if you all can, I see 3 people are just not logging in. Good morning. Good morning. You know I'm trying to upgrade my technology skills and my live broadcast. So let me know if you can hear me coming in. Fix my hair. I'll adjust this camera angle in a few. But let me get to my screen share. I want to share this clip. Can you all hear me well? And let me make sure my camera is not blurry. Yeah, it is a little blurry. You're right. Yep. I have no idea what's going on with my camera. Hold on. I don't know why it's getting blurry. Let me see if that help make that adjustment. Not sure it helped a lot. All right, let me try to switch over my screens. You all have to stick with me. Try to include this in the Suze Orman interview. So let me see if that, okay, it's showing. It's showing. Let me bring it down some. Well, maybe it won't allow me to adjust it. All right. So this is, let's see if you all can hear this well. And just some points I wanted to make with this interview with Suze Orman on the Tamara Hall show. All right. You know, they're saying that another 4.6 million Americans have filed for unemployment. It's just breaking news today. Another 4.6 million Americans, we are maxed out or greater than the Great Depression for unemployment. A lot of people are having difficulty actually filing unemployment, getting offices on the phone, getting the paperwork in, et cetera, et cetera. So I listened to this with Suze Orman. I thought this would be great to share with you all. So let's see. This is my first time using StreamYard, but let's see if you all can hear this interview well.
Suze, you say that people should hold off on paying bills right now. How do you go about it, and why is that key?
Here's the thing, Cameron, we don't know how long this is going to go on. So really right now, cash is really like gold to you. So when you get a stimulus check, when you get your unemployment, don't go taking that money and paying off all of your credit cards. You need to keep that money because not everybody takes credit cards. Your landlord might not take credit cards, certain people just don't take them. So therefore, if you have credit cards and things like that, just pay the minimum payment due. Hold on to as much cash as you possibly can right now.
What about your utilities? Do you hold off on paying utilities?
No, but I'll tell you what you do is you pick up the phone and you call them, because most of the major utility companies will say, oh, it's all right. You can go for 2 months and not pay. It's all right. You can just pay the minimum payment due. They are willing to work with you, but you have to be willing to have the courage to pick up the phone and say, could you please help me? So many financial institutions right now are helping people. It's not even funny, but you don't know that they're helping you because you're not reaching out to them.
So get on the phone, don't be ashamed, make that call and find out what kind of grace period you can have. We talk to so many people who are paycheck to paycheck, especially in this restaurant industry that's been hit so hard, retail industry hit so hard. What is your advice for those who have been paycheck to paycheck and are now out of work and have no backup plan.
Yeah, you don't have a backup plan, so my first thing would be, and I don't mean this to sound harsh, I mean this to say, just remember this experience. Remember this, that next time when everything goes back to normal, and it will sooner than later, that you make it your number one priority, that you put money in an emergency fund to last you at least 8 months. Little by little, you'll get there, but don't let this happen to you ever again. But with that said, you're really in a far better situation, most of you, than you would have been even years ago when this happened in 2008. Because now the federal government is giving you $600 a week if you qualify for unemployment for 13 weeks. If, there are so many things. You get the stimulus check if you qualify, and chances are if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you will qualify for that. So you can, you can try to apply for food stamps. It's called the SNAP program. There are all kinds of things that you can do. Do you have any money in a retirement account? Do you have any friends that you can borrow money from or that can gift it to you? But this is the time, Cameron, that you have to just summon up your courage and do whatever it is that you have to do. And if that means that you don't have any money to pay your bills, at least let the people know that you aren't going to be paying them. Let them know why.
Been talking about the first bit of advice that you gave, which was don't pay your bills. You cite credit cards, for example, but I wanted to break it down for us, by specifics. Your first up credit cards, is now the time to max out the credit cards?
Okay, so she asked the question, Tamara Hall, is now the time to max out credit cards? So I will replay this because I want you all to get an understanding. Honestly, now more than ever, I am actually agreeing with some things that Suze Orman and Dave Ramsey suggest, right? And this is why. So let's listen to her respond.
I have to tell you, whoever thought Suze Orman would be saying this, but yes, now is the time for you. If you have no money, you have no other choice, and you're lucky enough to have available credit limit on your credit cards, this is the time that you pay for food at the grocery store. You put gasoline in your car to get to possibly a food bank or the grocery store or wherever you're allowed to go today. This is the time that you put it on your credit card and you pay the minimum payments due. But with that said, you call your credit.
Okay, so notice what she is saying to use your credit cards for. And this is why I did not totally agree with Dave Ramsey about the cutting up the credit cards. But when you have people that use them in an abusive way, and they definitely can't manage their money or the bank's money through credit cards, then I can see his perspective on why you have to be harsh, right? If someone has an abusive relationship with credit cards and with debt. But if you do not, and for people that may need to use their credit cards during these times for groceries, for gas, this is why it's always, I would say, a great emergency plan to have Visa, Discover, American Express, Amex, your credit union, MasterCards in your possession, right? Back to the question, what's in your wallet? And during these times, you are going to need to leverage your credit in healthy ways and your credit cards. So let me go back just a little bit so you can rehear this.
Payments due. But with that said, you call your credit card company and you ask them, could you please lower my interest rate to 0%,
Okay.
so that you're not being penalized for paying only the minimum payment due. So those are the things sometimes when you have nothing, you have to resort to.
You talked about if you had the power to change one thing about the financial industry, it has to do with credit cards. What is that thing?
Yeah, it actually has to do with credit cards as well as any financial institution and credit scores. I wish we could have an absolute mandate that all interest rates that you are paying on anything go down to 0%, as I just mentioned a few seconds ago. I also wish that we were able to freeze everybody's FICO or credit score right here and right now as to what they were before all of this happened.
Now, I really wish that they would freeze FICO and credit scores, right? But actually, they're going to do just the opposite. They're not going to freeze them. We are going to have FICO 10 come into play in July, and that will not be the case. But you, right, you definitely need to show, or you definitely need to position your credit right now, right? And she was absolutely correct. You don't want to let me move this back. You don't want to be in a position where you are trying to pay off all your credit card debts unless you're that's the only debt that you have, right? That's the only debt that you have, because it's just a small window now in which credit cards will begin to continually give you your maximum limit, or before they start lowering your credit limit. So, for example, yesterday, right, I called one of my credit cards. Jay Williams says freezing the scores won't help those who are building credit. That's true. It won't help those who are building, but it's not going to happen anyway. They're going to implement FICO 10, right? And it really would help people who credit scores are currently 680 and below. So David says, so FICO 10 is where creditors see your credit score for the past 2 years. Correct. FICO 10 is where creditors see your credit scores for the past 2 years, and your loans or your debt now is going to be weighed more heavily now under FICO 10 than the current FICO 8 model. Meaning that now if you have high credit card debt, for example, and you pay down those credit cards, that boosts your credit scores. And student loans, personal loans, vehicle loans don't weigh as heavy, right? And so for some people that wanted to boost their credit score, I would tell them, okay, this is where we implement your W-4 wealth strategy, your paycheck protection, and we get more money out of your paycheck through a home-based business, right? So we will use that strategy, get more money out of their paycheck through the home-based business, and they would get an additional $200 to up to $800 a month. We will apply that money towards tackling the credit card debt. So it's like Dave Ramsey's philosophy, but you don't have to get 2 jobs. You get one job and more money out of that one job, because now you're adding a home-based business entity to it, which makes you an employee and an entrepreneur combined. So now you get over 475 tax deductions versus just 15 as an employee. So the higher your tax deductions, the less taxes have to be taxed out of your paycheck. Right now, inflation is about average 2.5% every year. Your federal taxes being taxed out of your paycheck is 6.2%. So it helps you leverage and beat inflation and beat rising pricing. That's what inflation is, and get more money out of your paycheck. And that's how I use the Gazelle method of tackling debt. Now, some people prefer, like I had a personal credit score over 750. So 3 years ago, I had vehicle debt that I was paying, and I had credit card debt. My car at that time payment was $525 a month. Because my credit score was already in the high 750s, and it was nothing that I had planning on to do with my credit, I could have paid off my credit cards, right? and increase my credit score, but I chose to pay off my vehicle loan, which it did not increase my credit score, but it increased my cash flow of $525 a month. Right. So I tell people that's why, that everyone's situation is different. That's why you have to get a diagnosis, or what I call my credit audit, with me, because we have to analyze your plans, your goals, and to see what's going to work for you in your situation of how you want to leverage and take advantage of good credit to create more cash flow. For some people, they need the home-based business to get more cash flow out of their paychecks first. And the home-based business help them earn more income by helping other people to do the same. So if you want to learn about how to get a credit audit, if you want to learn what silver to invest in, and silver stocks that's doing really well right now, go to my website, fixmycreditandcash.com. The home-based business information is on there. If you want to work with me directly for just credit, go to book credit help online. I think it still says that. Yeah, no, it just says credit help now. And on the home page, if you want to, let me see if I can share my screen with you all again. I don't think let me see, go to settings so I can show you all. Okay, now that I stopped sharing the screen, I don't know how to go back to sharing it again. Okay, I think I see it. Share screen. All right. Okay. So this is my website. I think it's going to share. So on the home page, this is where you can get the silver stacking report. You do know that the more money that the government prints into circulation through stimulus, through unemployment, to bail out big businesses, right, through loan program, the more money that's distributed out, the better that is for physical silver and gold, because silver and gold is constitutional money and it's real money, right? By definition of the Constitution. Good morning, Tyrone. So you want this silver stacking report. It's a small investment of $35. It lets you know the 10 best physical silver coins you can invest in. Everything is about supply and demand. Right now, the things that's harder to get will be the most of value, like silver, like gold. You have to keep on top of the websites that I suggest in this report when the silver and gold becomes available. I recommend silver right now because you'll get the highest rate of return, and is a very affordable investment or insurance. So you got to know what to invest in so that you won't have a 1099-B form reported to the IRS on your capital gains. So capital gains is, simply put, you buy low, and then as the price increase, you sell high. And everything in this is about keeping more of the money that you make and earn, right? So you want this list to know what silver does not have to be reported to the IRS when you sell it back to your precious metal dealer for a profit. Also, the top 3 stock dividend are on this report as well, silver stacking stocks. The first stock dividend payout at the time of this recording, it went up to 16% yesterday, but it's at 15.93%, 12.99%, and 12.6%. So what great dividends that is, right? You need credit help, you'll go to this tab. Credit services, you book online, you get your custom credit analysis. These are all the instructions of where you have to pull your credit report from. I also have a video explaining it, how to email it and save it to me once you make that small investment in your credit analysis. One of the things I've updated as well on my website is that now you can go directly to my Cash App once you click that buy now button, right? And you can scan this. When you have Cash App, you'll see a small square in the top left corner. You can hit that small square, just scan this code, and it'll directly connect you, or you can do it manually by entering in my Cash App payment symbol or address, right? And then your other option, if you want to make more money from home, why not? Your kids are at home, maybe, if you have kids, even if you have a job, right? Even if you have a job, I got to take this phone call, so let me log off. You need to have a business at home, because working from home still will not just give you the tax deductions of using your utilities and things of that nature, right? So definitely you can click on that link, enter your name, phone, and email, and get information to partner with me with Home-Based Business, because it also has a credit restoration component to it as well. What our silver prices are, and can I buy an Amex cards? What do you mean? Can you buy an Amex card, David? Yes, I do offer credit restoration. I do not offer any training for credit repair. No, I do not at this time. So I have to take a phone call, and I will try to go back live tonight, but I got to go and make some moves. Just wanted to share that quick report and to tell you all that I am learning how to use StreamYard to better my life. So I see you all later on tonight. You can buy silver with your credit card. Yes, Tyrone. Yeah, you can buy with your credit card. Which, me personally, I think that's a great investment, because you take credit money and you get physical money with it. Or you take invisible money and you get physical, real money with it that's going to increase in value. Again, let me say this and I'm logging off. I had a credit card. I still had a 0% interest rate. Balance transfer to 2021. I called them immediately and got a $10,000 balance transfer at 2021 at 0% interest rate. And I'm going to use that to invest. I'm also looking at Bitcoin. Just know the Bitcoin halving is scheduled to take place May, I think 12th, right? It's in a couple of days. So you definitely want to watch Bitcoin. And if you have that money to invest in that and start Googling and learn, and how they've always created financial increase in that investment, right? Yes, subscribe. Thank you all. Good morning, Phoenix 33. I will see you all live later on tonight. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about how to maximize your money during this time. You all have a great day. Good morning to everyone.